Sanibonani, I'm Shane Nda. I'm your host, Mr. Cedric Babantsibamba Mpitja Kabo Mokate Sekolo ke Sabatswana. Aina mele motlha ije boreku. Welcome here to another episode of Indo Diakala. Guys, would like to appreciate your numbers on our YouTube channel. Your subscriptions. We do appreciate a lot. Your like, your sharings, we see them all. We do appreciate. Well, like as when you see me on your screen, you must know that actually I've got a guest here, and it is a man. And in Njengindroyelo, Indota, Yakala. So here I've got my man here. He will introduce himself. Alizibishorogena Mang, more guy, and then why we are here. I would dire.
Okay, toll. Nagaling Nagara was from Tanzania. Giba Indodayakala. About my case that is ongoing now. My little girl is me. So the reason they here is for them to meet my story, go out there, reach as many people as it can, be heard and be noticed.
So now let's talk about the person in question. Your younger brother Phil.
Yeah.
When I first, how was your relationship? When I achieved one so.
Okay. My little brother came on mama in firstborn, my grandma, and I mama had a share a same man. But you were all raised by normal. Because in our family, she was the one who's not in pipes, and everyone was in the pipes. So one of them already to the Maya. What is secret, man? So our relationship was a very positive relationship. Yeah, Nen Pani Namore, Navasa Hole, and a great get some individual gimpy. Okran Boto, Anna was who, which I bet in Banishi on. Or Keragabo Bolo, Galabore, Tanawashi, Vigechegeke. He was someone on or Nani Tatela. Or he just wanted to have fun ever since he was born. Regardless of the age or who he just wanted to smile. That's not that. He never had any bad vibes. So our relationship was very cool.
So could you at least tell a person fast forward the Marudu Shapal in between? That fateful night. A night, was it a night anyway? Let me just call it that fateful day of the incident. Yeah, hate to Giraha. Like from maybe in the morning or whenever and are going to move together, le plenary judge and going out, because I think in the festival.
Yeah, it was, let me say, he started planning going out. It was on the 3rd. The event was on the 4th. It was on the 3rd, and then after school, he was in matric. So after school, they were like, there's no camp. So they're giving them a few days break of no camp. So he came home, messaged us more.
So cut. Go get at least because or regarding 3 so that we paint a good picture for the viewers at home.
Okay.
What about say which year are we talking about this so that we don't leave, many questions in them because, you would like to be actually, following the story, what's happening, when, and all those kind of things.
Oh, it was on the 3rd of October, 2025. When he came home, when he got home, he was like, Kuskulum camp. So get your Facebook part. And then they were like, what's my I was like, no, get my lichunja. And I was like, okay, since I wrote my lichunja, I never ta. Alright. And then on the 4th in the morning, we woke up. It was a normal morning. I went to play soccer. There was a tournament. I went to play, and then I came back. He wasn't around when I came back. And that's a drill and the me, I'm sorry. And then I got home and I prepared. And then he came while I was busy preparing. So come to Jagare. Otota Maylin na or o tlo tloela ba fethu. It was like, I ke tlo tsamaya le ba fethu. I was like, okay, no stress. Knowing or going to that event, the transport is not troublesome. People are up and down. And even if you can just wake up go on EMR, you will arrive safely. Guaranteed. Because everyone is going there, coming back, going on. And then I was like, okay. Then I went out. Then when I was about to leave, come on, they were hiking. Actually, let me not say they were hiking. They were immediate transport, but it was so come morning, I was like, my thought was like, Mufe left. And I was like, no, so let me just let him be. Can disturb from we enjoy. Okay. We went to the event. It was fine. It was all good. It was around, I think it was around 3 a.m. I saw him come. Like he was approaching. He wasn't coming to me. He was just approaching. Checking his work. Then I was, the way like he was heavy. I get even over Kitaronia Maliji guy. But since Kim Philly like Monatrail. Then Mfit was like, Nagitold. I was like, I Erko Wonche, go Laila Shapo, and then Rebella Rebella Pacapa. Then I left the fee. It was at Ellen's Cross Stadium, so wellness center. I left the venue, and then I think I took about, let me just say, 30 minutes to an hour. It was around 4 a.m. by that time. So when I come back, it was after, no, it wasn't after that. It was around 1 to 5 in And when I came back, before I even chilled, or actually let me just say, before I even said a word, there was this boy, he's from here, came to me. It was like Rimija Maina Machi, so Kurmutumo Lina than Sanga. Yeah, Sotus. Come on, I Hanela Maina, a million names, because starting Nanel a million years. But once we know who you're talking. He was like, Shaxman Tree. The okay, okay. He was like, Kim was a midget transport, or a midget clinic to go near 183. But the clinic is not far. Can be like, let me say, 5 minutes of walk to the clinic from the field. I was like, okay, let me run fast. I even forgot order. But in Kinang Lane, okay, couple you can just go there. Like, my mind was just switched off. I took and it wasn't an easy job. I was running. A friend straight to the clinic. Fortunately, the feet only level. So, but it's well in the car, they were like, for the motor over I was like, I'm fine. Fraser more. Because in my mind, I took it serious, but next time I'm not injured is serious. So, then when I got there, he was a mess. So I picked him out of the car, thinking or get to So that security just said it straight to my face. He didn't even care or how bad is the injury. Is there anything they could do? He just said it to my face. Like a screen to Shoka. I want to be nice. That was in scroll flag. Like a screen to Shoka. I want to be nice. Meaning they don't treat any emergencies. Once you're dead, head injured or feel sick or go sudden start, you just have to go straight to the hospital. And I was like, okay. So those guys, Baba Mokopedal transport more next Saturday. I was like, let me call the guy or the lane and then read out. Tamaki phone. I had sort of phone. And then I tried calling correct like Keslosi Remudima Hitilis was I tried calling mom. Can you believe I tell you what? All the numbers that I called, no one answered. Literally, No one answered.
5 year old lang kona ki
5 a year. This 5 a year. Then I was like to those guys, for free to film, whatever the amount that you want. Let me boy gospel. Okay, Arma stories. I carried him, baby, into the car. It was in my arms, all at all. And then when we were about to exit Southern Star, that's when he took his last breath. I felt it. I told the guy who was driving, I was like, nah. Lubana sana lere. Tamanara kwa mkotayata. Majitalgo atonosha. Even today, then would you know okay. That girl was like, mfetu skate shop it all for. Maybe it's making serious over collapsing. Tamana amfahul. Drove to the hospital. Feel I was but I carried that boy. Katanaliana. I think it's Thea. Katanaliana with Thea. Oh, to go Thea, I got it. Kinale emergency. Thinking or maybe they would get me a porter or help me. They didn't. I just put a wheelchair. If he can't walk, wheelchair kill him. Over wheelchair okay. Asn't kabanya, so kinda kan tujum. Took that wheelchair. Kay bukuri kamoni. So I could feel or the speed that I got in the Carcassonne strange to ice up babali. Like go theater again later. Cause that hospital, then doctor was so cold to a point I didn't even think about that day dog. Put it straight to my face. I'm carrying a body in or it might be life or it means age and health. No health, Martin. I'm not sure. Come on, come near there. Then do it. I wait outside. Okay, I went outside. Then nesang we at the morning. Because the Tamamula fired. Sharp to Tamai. So if you could fight. It would have felt what I nesang, but the woman was very kind. She came to me and butcher. Did they tell you what's going on? I was like, no. They didn't tell me anything. He was like, she was like, okay, irregular doctors are mobile. Man, sure. The tell about man. The tell about more than I just said it to my kids. And we tried everything. We thought of mu or collapse due to the internal injury. For much having what all he didn't bleed nothing. So the boy is normal. So can you see him? Like, yeah, you can see him. And then as I got phone it up someone from the film. Then before I went in, I took my phone. I got a car from V to Nixama Mukere. Then as I got my mom finally. Then they queued at the hospital. But firstly I called my mom because I know my aunt has home my hand at a pay. Near first bonny eyed. Million final we're all invested in him. Like more and this thing out if a kid is in the tree. If I invested more because we have to make sure he gets what's right. So I called my mom and I'm not able to save me. She managed to come like ASAP and then I feel like that's when I called my okay, I didn't tell them all what's going on. That's my mom who gave me the chance to it. And she was like, what happened? I'll explain everything. Look, can I speak? I'm okay, sure. I was alone like that thing. You never knew what. But if you were long couple in that, you would think or what they didn't leave Majita. But we chilling nada. I'm put on detail, that's what she so I'm arrived and I feel drawn then. And deep what we did, I made a forensic in his counter. Spartans with her. They asking questions or hairpin yellow to the boy was dead. He's dead and I don't know. Maybe so. And I didn't have a chance to be Jewish. Okay. There were so many fights in the event to a print out. It wasn't so easy to identify what if he Bye bye. So sharp. Ba forensic ba go ba mfethu. Ba misha go forensic department go grobes da at them. Mahadal they were like, okay, right now we are going to investigate what happened, but then we would like is we got to so what phone gram on to it claiming the boy couple. And then I was like, okay. Knowing that, I'm like, I know a lot of people and I know what my Facebook is very influential. I told my contact out. I didn't post it. I didn't tell you about my little broadcaster. Contact you at a pay Kinago. He's debatable. Who's debatable? So mfetu like I went to different places. The chominta mong. Each and every person no longer ubilele and at that time. I went to it. Then on board onto what happened is that Ogar that boy officially Aroa guy. Literally let me say officially I'm a whore. And then Ola. I grow alcohol decides boom. Ola Arola back. Like he's very short. Okamunya, he's old. He was 19. Nula mkakanyana. No kamunya rai maramfano kumunya. So kinano lo mfano mcherke la kumnyeta rai mfano kumunya. Ngaso ke mfano minyane so ntasebe mo go batla bela be. So mfano ka mkhwaro ola lo. La meta. So ola fe jo meta ijabore ke tabelo ngore ke feni. Only to find out no, I have failed. Mfano tsamaye. Gabo mfano it's verified. There's no way ilongo ruila gabo. I have got a TB. What TB la bo mfile yona da. Cause if it was mtelongo na itshwere mo yena. Now to act at that moment then. But he left a quality. So what one never go feel no better. Mfano lo la right. Ukrile face a different direction. That's why I'm on the shower. Then come tell him. Yeah, no. So he come on to it. And
One left.
Yeah, it was a deep cut, a very, very deep cut. So I feel almost have him from la Iowa. People thought he was drunk. Abanachila Taromoto is passing out at a little too much. Can he wasn't drunk. Najak my cause but almost 5 years in them. I feel winch. Mfano akapona be committing and in hour that's when it collapsed. So banana normiu otagi. Only to pay attention to him. He wasn't bleeding too much. Like skipper saga ke he wasn't bleeding that much. Was more in low or kemarida unless he goes level like how you then here that's when he collapsed. So no one actually came forward with the information. I'm fun to get him. And I started to but identify more paro na perizwa and I started go check the video da ke kopela batho ntsindele the video I received more than 10 videos still on anyone someone on a crowd ne khona o bona diaparo tse ba bolelang ka tsona but gore motho ke manga le apele a ke mo ke tse di screenshot which of it ha ke mo until account there was this account I could sorry it's a ghost account la ke fake account mainale una hono ke fake account aina repeat Chinese it's just a blank Facebook account and text time ntasha bileng kana ke lebo moka it's like lebo moka when I'm maka we said and start it's like okay lebo moka sharp so I couldn't go public kalina le sure. Right? So what time I check out my contacts, tomorrow I text the one now. They won't make a game on the semester. They won't make a game on the semester. They won't make a game on the semester. So again, Chiki with Jisha Sola, Twitch about to you one by one. Hanum fun and come home got a maybe I'm on to him. I contest a question text them fit one bit of had city mama. Why don't I name to writing? For not on correlate stories are doing as well. ne se sa make sense ne se na le di-loophole tse dintsi o kgona go bona gore se ka no ba sengwe ke motho e leng gore o frustrated or se ka no ba sengwe ke motho e leng gore o zama go di-defender mara ga di tshole a gona go di tshola da until mfanela mmotsisa ere so wena a o di tshole ka nto o e dirileng mfana se nka fetola mfaneng so mfanela ke nagana gore o more ka sa mfetole a ja di-screenshot I forward some of them I caused. So that whole thing the confirmation ya gore ke no I took my phone ka funda ke gata yo e tshwereng case ya re mo motho a sa dileng D-boy ke motho montsho le picture a shiva kuma gata nna ke a fukule di spanners they did nothing just told it straightforward total motho a shabileng D-boy ka ti a shwe and then the picture tsa ga shi even the confession a shiva I'm handing everything over to you. All right? So, they confirmed his age was 17. Balimbo was 19. Yeah, now he's 17. The timekeeper for those details, it was Sunday. Around 9 p.m. And I will have okay. Ba ile go yena, I'm frog. So, bakadila, baklo ya also sa fo. By way, sharp. Monday morning they went to Manfuka. And then Kamfu, they went again. Gary. So on Gary, what's the update on the case? Since I'm great. Tamana, a political more detail. Reason V, he's underage. So if he's underage, case center a controller key. Social work, he has to go through mental evaluations and all that, whatever the process is. Okay, Laban, no one is about the law. So that's not the jailer, hater, anymore. At the end, it's just going to bring more pain. Let's deal with one pain. Not like, to be honest, I was furious. I wanted to do a lot of bad things to it. But then my mom, so to benefit you. Isn't it due when work as a para after order? You're facing a certain pay, you're also costing yourself another pay. So, Kavala Balau would the recon hold it up now. But come out, settle all on him, Judo. Okay. But about that boy, the time I saw my little bro, it was 5th October 2025. He was 17. But at the 8, he was turning 18. Alright. So I thought that maybe they just delaying or figure that age 18 and then treated Casey as Casey and adult. Oh. But they kept on telling me what he's going to call. He's going to call. Hello? He's going to call. He's going to call. He's going to call. Sharp. This is where everything gets interesting. January DC. That boy, I'm just not sure, but from the way they told me, which it is believed they already won now, because very bad. Case GBV. You know what? Which you don't Mama Tar. And then I appealed the way the straight ID tried because of the pending meta case. I went, okay, pending meta case. Jiggy, Bamo grant to pay. That's when my frustration started to build up. ka gore motho a shwena, he's highlighting himself or I'm a danger to the society. How many people must he kill first until they do something about it? Because he's not stopping. Ka nna re bolela ka motho e leng gore o na le incident a reng ke la tlhaba malomagwe ka thipa. Na a sa thome o tlhaba motho ka thipa ka maile a opelo. He stabbed his uncle. Family ba e rata ka maoto. Ke ntho e leng gore e tsale ke community. Everyone knows it. O ntho nna nkile stemba malomagwe ka thipa. Case as a case ya mathola. So family ya ba di se da go e rata ka maoto. So my question is, how many people must he stab or kill or injure until they do something about it? Because the familiar, they didn't show any sign of remorse. No one came Jarati after the whole. You know what? But over sorry, Joy. Then one as Nyakala Pendelio, Valley Fisher, Lore, Arab Putamola, Lebaka Fisher, Barchella Mitza fish, Markleviri. No one did. Okay, a familiar gave one, a familiar will protect her, Malia Yonai.
No.
This boy wasn't just stabbed at some. He was stabbed at an event which has hostess who were claiming to be community builders.
Yeah.
None of them did a follow-up. It was partly you got it. Bruh, there's no one who doesn't know me here. Like, look, you can just leave the yard. Why outline or go to the nearest fields. Whether which or easy game. They will tell you what easy game. I want to win. So everyone knew I'm fun like waiting. Think I will lose. But no one did a follow-up. The hostess didn't say anything until I started to ask publicly so vulnerable. How do you feel hosting the event? I'm not saying the eventing a whole obvious, but event our inch just talk. How do you feel about that? Why was a Zamono did a follow up on like Bunchabo it's already? I went, but no one did.
So,
do you know why? Because they're trying to hide themselves, even there or not, it's not legal. That space they're hosting at, it's not fit to host any event. So everyone carried a weapon and called it.
That's not Richard because of you saying the guy was actually 17 years.
Yeah,
Which actually makes him maybe underage consume alcohol. Or are they not actually looking into that? These people who are coming to our events, are they legally, older, maybe to come and consume alcohol? Or what kind of a social gathering was this? Maybe I don't understand. Or maybe the viewers at home don't understand.
That social gathering is a gathering based on just drinking alcohol. There's nothing special about it. It's something that was actually empowering the community. So as people, when you grow up, you outgrow some things. So the people who started that event, they dropped it to some of the people who are able to host. I actually became a part of it at some point, but I wasn't the one who was hosting. I was just fronting it because I have numbers. I have a huge following, so it was just that thing of if you to push it. But I did mention a way there what event there it's not safe. The last time we were narrowly involved the Rashalare drop, we dropped it because it wasn't safe. I accept or this thing it's not safe. So before we evaluate any serious case, let's pull out. Alright? And then people who claim to be community builders, they were like, okay, we're not event there we're gonna continue with it. Sharp, they continued with it. The first time they tried to continue with that event, this is what happened. There's no one who controls the crowd there. There's no marshals, no bouncers, security, nothing. That place, it's a stadium. Let's just call it a stadium, Kosvarbi Stadium. lebota la gona le wele. People enter from every angle. So a ba kgone go controla gore o ke ngwana o ke motho mogolo a re go search. Ba bona. So ke mo e leng gore o mongwe o kgona go itirela o no kena ba tswa. It's just that place where they don't care. Nobody cares. So Katrawe, we mentioned the whole thing go police station. I'm not saying I'm putting a blame on the people who are pushing that event. Ne?
No, but the thing is we should actually call a spade a spade. I know maybe you know those people personally.
Yeah.
But the thing is, let's try and do the right thing, because of if there were bouncers, if there were security, people or personnel that were there in the event, they could have maybe searched the people or the weapons inside. You understand?
That's true.
Maybe give a busy patrol or what's happening.
That's true.
You understand? So, those kind of things, we can't say they mustn't do it, but let's do it the right way so that we save lives. You know what I mean? Safety first in everything that we do. That's understand.
That's why I told them that I'm not opposing the fact that y'all are hosting this event. I'm not. But you know what I'm going to oppose? Each and everyone who's going to try and host an event in that stadium while it's not safe. I felt that pain. I know how it feels to lose someone because of being there. So I told them, I'm not blaming you, Afid. They can tell you that event doesn't make money, it's a lie. They make money from skulls. One skull, minimum payment is 300. They store 300. And there are stalls of people who come to sell alcohol, which they pay from 1.5. So you see that place makes money. So even if it's free entrance, it makes money. So that's local security. Yeah, it's local people. Okay. So I told them what I'm not opposing the motion of this event. I'm not. But whenever y'all try to host it, go stadium, I will oppose it. I don't mind being here too. I think that's that. No one promised me or but I'm going to oppose it. And I don't know, as we speak, they dropped a date, but they're hosting it again in that stadium. Like, you can even go and take pictures of that stadium, show it to whoever you show and ask them, or is this fit to host an event? It's not. It's not. It's very, very, very risky. There's a million event that surviving without maybe the worst fights as Levy and that case is not safe. It's not. There shall decide we no longer getting involved with this deal because we could see this place is dangerous. It's a ticking bomb. It will blow up on your face. And by law, they say that alcohol should be consumed in a closed area. That place is not closed. Again, whenever you're drinking alcohol, you should not be seen by a minor. And that will get you the mine. It's just minors everywhere. Again, they saying it, or if you're hosting an event, you should have a permit. They never had any permit because there's no one who can give you a permit that will stop up like this or. So, I'm not saying, I know what if right now a gathering and a person dies, that's your case. They blame you for it. I was like, nah, I don't want to blame them. Ne? But I just want you guys to put a stop on this thing. If they're hosting it, they should go to a safe venue. But in this stadium, it's just going to be more people to do. That man will tell us hope cancer get all carry a Facebook part. Go grow lashy.
You know what worries me a lot is minors are allowed in there while knowing that actually, people are going to consume alcohol in there.
Except.
What kind of, message are we sending to the minors out there? These are the people in school. These are the people who need to be nurtured. So, magitarahani bafethu really hosta whatever you batlang we hosta as a belief. Just bear in mind that young ones are watching, guys. Le bona ba tlhoka go gola shapo ba be machita hola be tshwane le rena ka mokgwa o tsheng ka ona ka tlhompho ka go bontshiwa tsele right bafethu. We're not saying don't host anything, don't do anything, but anyway, let's build each other as black people, man. It's machita hola, let's build each other, man. Come on, guys, come on. You can never allow young ones to be in such a gathering, bro. Come on, what kind of a message are you sending? Yeah, man, let's just continue, man. This is sick.
And then, while we at it, I think there is February, if not beginning of March. There was a guy who actually claimed that the knife that killed my little bro is his. You know what he did? I posted about my little bro. Like, each and every time maybe I feel like because it's a more thing over what I post about it. Like, social media is packed with a lot of people that we don't know. But there are some people who would say positive things to you. They would make you feel better. So I posted about it, and then that nigga, like, he blew me my inbox. But to me, comment, well, I was offline by that time. I can't comment on, but fortunately, social media, your account, you might think no one notices it. But there's people who want to kill it. Fortunately, there's someone who is close to me, but just screenshots of that comment. It was like, Brother Fraser, untaremon number, yes, so person on me. The name that killed your Leopold, it belongs to me. Yeah. So Fraser, phone in the okay. That person and sent her the screenshot. I was like, okay, mo to call as I'm on text. Ke sa mo retire. Yere ke mo go ra botsong sa. Alright? Come reply. I was like, show him fail. Ke reply le as someone who didn't see that comment. I no na no ra ka e bona o commentile ID. So I replied him as someone who he believes what I wanna comment there. So the vitam bo jari TB coaching fanao. Yeah. It goes back to the thing like how we mentioned it or that boy akaliti Babo Stadium. Ulo inele mfetu aliza fight fata mabaro ologwala saratipa she would appreciate it happens man. Now lemo haire no even everyone knows or I spend 90% of my time if I'm not in my room to go groove. So I see a lot of things that happen there. I can tell you the nature of a fight. Because the every time on tour. So he was like, yeah. I was like, if it's leisure moment, I'm fanon. Bawan, hey, Taburela Quarif. But he built since idea ning. So if celebrator ning, how do you know Orgama? So right now you're driving handy accent it. Your accent was lost 10 years back. And then Ogover accent is with a bang the ball. Without even seeing that accent, they later bang the ball. What's up? Oh, yeah, got that bank manager. Bank. Yeah. How did you conclude or yeah? Meaning, wife of a few to bang. So it's very clear or that boy took that knife. I hand a fanola. Someone to push it, so always be taking fun.
So maybe I just need to understand.
Yeah.
How would your tipe tricky haka? Maybe when in your own judgment, is it boastful, or maybe is it the fact that it's trying to help you build the case to be solid, or what's happening here? Because maybe I don't
I'd say
understand.
it's boastful. Do you know why? Like, why did he wait for so long? Firstly, why did he wait for so long? Secondly, why I delete a comment then? And thirdly, after seeing all those things, I'm one person. Case as a case already needing me. Case at the public, the people who are following me. You wanna know. Masel text because you want one gal update. So I post about it. I post without seeing anything. You know, just screenshot kapkowi. That's what I decide or whenever you tell you I'm to after posting, he changed the whole story. Or he was hacked. If he was trying to help me, not or he was hacked. Or he was hacked. Hey, Renar loga in my accounting he even mentioned or he police station even free to a complete case. I was like, wow, bro. I'm not going in you. But don't worry about. You know, each and every time I encounter certain information about this whole case, before I take action or before I talk about it, I send it to the guy who's following the case. So I sent it to him. I told him, okay, this guy is claiming or only the murder weapon. Oh, he's claiming about the man who couldn't get her. Me and Buji saw Kwaka than wrong to. He was like, okay. And this other time they called me Barbanali Macrime Philippines. So they wanna go to that boy. Am I around? I was like, no, I'm not around. And they didn't update me or anything. So since came and I relate what did or Kuntarich, which never happened. Which goes back to his comments were just boastful. It wasn't something to help or anything. Nambrege or I'm fit.
So Leon is around the same age, somewhere.
No, he's old. He's even older than me.
Jeez.
He's old. He might be 28, 29. I'm 27. Oh man. So, what happened was that Katomo would realize or no. His comments made me realize or no. How much of an amount of going on by this case? Because for a murder case, they're treating it like it's just some case nyana or so, right? One on to December and it's a serious case. It's a murder case. I give an all the cases in serious. But a murder case is same as rape case, totally kidnapping. I think too long about. You can just take it simple. So Kabono or Fitungara Abanji Silla. I reached out to the Crimes Commission, the Togo Crimes Commission. Hello, Kitusha Game Serium Are. Take these details, this woman will help you. Okay, in Sadala, come and text them, but give me the keys now. Come for keys now. Within 24 hours, he puts a little on text. I still have the conversations on my phone. He was like, should I leave this case now? Maybe you don't understand the frustration that I'm in. There's a similar case that happened. Law acted immediately. As we speak, justice was served. Didn't even take a month. Didn't even take weeks. Just few days. Justice was served. So what's different with this one? Because it's the same case. An underage killed a person at Grove. But that case was solved. Wine is still going through processes and stuff. So what's special about my case or the process a whole 6 months, man. A whole 6 months. I bet it's like ke ntho e leng gore a ba sure ka yone, and they so sure. Their weaknesses, everyone saw it, these confessions.
So bona o draga maoto, is it the fact that they're still gathering information or maybe building the case, or ke eng se leng se ba dira ba drage maoto, in your own opinion, or maybe he bona ba watch?
Well, hey, whatever important, they still building the case, gathering the information. Because if they were gathering information, they would be questioning witnesses, right? So there's no information that is being gathered. But I'm maybe was a case. Because right now, imagine case here, 5 October 2025. Bara. Watching the record, 9 July 2026. From 5 October to July. And on top of that, by the way he's updating me, it is just going to be a normal appearance, not an appearance where they're going to question everyone. It is just going to be the boy in the job, the boy in the ministry. Let me just say the boy in the law. I will just be about his weaknesses. So I'm asking myself, what's different about this case to other cases? So far this year, around, there's been more than 30 cases, on the minor level like that. But all those cases were resolved. So I'm asking myself, what's different with this one? Or maybe, is there something wrong I did or doing? Why can't it just end there? The little man I could just see. Popular Vajola Bay. Because Gonjali, Popular Monabocombo. Life is our only whole. Nothing is the same. You know, Malawaka Big Freddy in the Holy again. I can't lie. I want to get sick later. Because I feel like I failed to save his life. Now I'm failing to get justice. So which light am I bringing to Islam? You would think maybe I'm crazy, but I've never thought rest in peace to him. Because peace if he didn't die natural death. He was killed. So how do I say rest in peace while there's no justice for him? I've never said I will say it the day of injustice. And as much as they delaying it, they dragging their feet, they taking it as something not so serious. One way or the other, or find justice. They might take it simple, but as much as I speak about it, they ain't be done one petty. Please saying it's Aggies case, practically. Not working. I'm not gonna go up there. I'm not gonna end up being correct. I don't wish him death. That's an easy way out. I wanna see him suffer. The way we suffering, and also suffering too. So wishing him death, thinking of killing him or all that, they're not on my mind, because that's an easy way out. Trying to go, trying to leverage something and then while you lie, you lost that leverage. I don't know whether the confidence on there couldn't enter something, but it will make you happy. I'm more lying to start with.
Yeah.
I should never let such situations change you. Also, my you're not going to know about that. So the only thing that you can do is just let the water its course. and seeing stuff. But how do we believe in law if they just dragging their feet like this in 6 months, bro? 6 months.
Living once.
Yeah, he went that time very unnecessarily for the assault and stuff, which is
But
not
for this case,
never. For this case, I think Alavatas in the case. Yeah. And this whole thing about he's underage, they can't detain him. I don't know how they got to that conclusion because I believe they were supposed to detain him and then caught Ermon jail he's underage, or maybe get home.
but there's juvenile as well. Not juvenile because of the whole thing of actually, correctional service is to correct, the offenders, so that when they reinstate them into, the community, they are actually law-abiding citizens. They are not violent. They are not, otherwise they actually behave like, a normal person. So there are facilities that are actually designed for the minors, like juvenile, so that they can correct them with his own peers. You understand? So there is actually, a facility for older people. That's why they don't call it a jail anymore. It's actually a correctional service. So juvenile is where they correct the young ones so that they don't mix with the older ones. You understand? So if there was anything, they should actually put him away in a juvenile, facility. So him being loose, I don't understand. And you, the family, not having, the right reasons why this guy is still roaming on the streets as well is not, because there should have been actually, people who are coming here informing you about the case, of how the case is going and everything, so that you know what's happening with the case. So I can say, well, why this guy, I hope someone somewhere will know what's maybe I don't know the law. Maybe we don't understand the law. I don't understand, but anyway.
And the crazy part is, they don't update me. I always have to ask, how's the case going? Any updates? But you might think maybe I'm lying. The evidence is beautiful. I text every week. How's the case going? How's the case going? So I don't understand what I'm to underlay. Come down and this. How do I relate to the cases? How do I relate? If right now I can see I'm failing my labor, at this point I feel like I fail. I'm also failing the society because this boy is not only a danger to me. More national failing. So he's going to advance to the next stage. So I want to ring Baba Mutswiri when they had that chance. Give us a time on over general. So we tell you know Oju, what's next? It's like you're watching a mafia drama where a person just goes to jail. They just go to the, not jail actually, they just go to this police station, they don't get arrested, they come back, they continue the same crime, they go, they come back. This is what's happening right now.
I don't know. I'm very sad, bro, because of, I guess if maybe we should lose a hope more our policing system or what, because of a lot of people are crying out there, and now, to bring law and order. You understand? If the very same people will but I feel like it's what kind of community are we building? Because now you're saying they must take a law into their own hands, which is not good. And we don't encourage that in our show, on our show. So, but I'm glad anyway, you never resort to any violence measures, to solve the problem. Because this is actually what, the platform is all about, or at least there's something, to have, conversation measures where we can actually come up with solutions that can help both, the sides, So wena with actually the case ke eng se o ka ratang go bona se diala and then ke thušo ya mohuta mang ye o e tlhokang?
You know, not right now. The only thing I don't want to think away either is the boy being held responsible by being detained. Okay, even if they don't this is right, even if they don't arrest him, they should at least tell us why can't they arrest him. I don't want to communicate with anyone that phone anymore. I want reasons. I want action. So if they don't want to take action and they keep on conversing with me through phone, it won't end nicely. Mutuala.
So now you understand. Maybe in closing, ke molaetsa o mofe especially to the young boys, in our days, what saola man be re tsoga ditaba ka di-face. If maybe fedile e chaile, and then we tloa mo dlala together, we hold hands and then it's fine. That's what mama one cooler and all those kind of things. But I go for young boys out there.
Well, I'm like Jonga Wafang, I got violence, I saw this. Ne? Violence, I saw this. Why am I saying violence, I saw this? My little bro won't get caught, but they buried him. That's one thing that we mentioned. He won that fight, but we buried him. So, Rosgata, don't help me. But there are some people who accept or ish narambeti. But there are some people who tell you raha yaka yafe. And once yafe. So if you too. Not for the internet in Yanife. The macro prize. Actually everyone will pay. Buy it which is if it means violence, just walk away. Because at the end of the day, one of you is going to suffer a loss. They gave up on life. What about you? You didn't give up on life. You're going to lose your life. Or to a drongo because of violence. So I people can fight today was terrible. When we are like us up to this life is not guaranteed. I want to let me in all to that. So no matter what, stay away from violence. Like motola ka beta kampa ma telefi. Stay away from violence.
Yeah. So to anyone who's trying to help on the case and about try to reach her, where do they find you? Are you willing to share the numbers or any means of communication they can find you?
Well, I'm one person who's always active on social media. So if you have any way to help, you can find me on Facebook. It's Karabo, Lazy DJ Slim. That's my personal handle, and that's where I'm mostly active. And then also on TikTok, it's Wizzy DJ _BFS. That's where I'm also active. And then my personal WhatsApp number is 0670100793. That's where you are likely to find it.
I pin again.
Yeah, it's Facebook, Arabo Wizzy DJ Suleiman, and then TikTok, Wizzy DJ _BFS. And then the personal WhatsApp number is 067011073. I'm likely online 24/7.
Well, yeah, a message to the guys out there. Please, Buffy, the little bra won the fight, but at the end, like one of the agents, let's just actually walk away from the violence, like I Karawa with the Chibafi and then travel and then the organizers Chiba didn't event as a brief guys. Let's do things the right way. I mass spelling, register and everything, and then compliance never fit. We're not saying don't do any social gathering whatsoever. No, let's do things the right way and make sure for everything, it's accordance, you complying and everything. And then umajita ayoloreng, ba busy, ba resort to violent measures as a belief, guys. As a belief. Take this thing we lebeletse ka mo wena he le wena ba khawatile wa eno o ba khawatile wena ana go feel jwang. If wena o feel o ka re maybe ya go dinthong o lwa, leave the people to have fun out there, and wena o dilo go high because of you are not fit to be in that kind of a space. So are example itshwara botse re companying out there. Fighting doesn't solve anything, it makes things worse. So Arzamimba Fitch. And then from me, Mr. Cedric, the rest of the crew, Crusher TRS, RSA, and then Mr. Msibide, is Buddha, and then Jola, Liolo, and Karabo here. We wrap it out, and then thank you for watching, guys. This is Inda Diakala, and then please subscribe, like, share, and comment, and keep watching our things. And don't resort to crime or don't resort to taking matters into your own hands. It's our story how if maybe exposure will help you to expose that story to be out there. And from me, Mr. Cedric, I say thank you.